Hey, we're the Y'all Show, and we are a little hungry here on the Y'all Show. We're hungry for Matt Heermans to come back on and talk grills and how important it is to take your time when you're in the market for a new grill and more. And again, Matt Heermans is our barbecue barrister. He also stops by every now and then, talks a little Big 12 sports and more. If you missed his conversation this week about Big 12 football entering week 3 of college football, go into our Y'all Show archives or go to Yall.com and you'll see Barbecue Barrister and Big 12 Barrister Matt Heermans in action. And Matt Heermans, now we're going to have you put on your grilling clothes and come on and talk about grills. That's not too much of an ask, is it?
That's never. This is what I look forward to doing, John. This is my dream. I get to live it, so I'm very happy about that.
I didn't really want to talk about grills, but prior to jumping in here and doing this interview with you, I kid you not, I was driving down the road and I was listening to a radio station and they were talking about grills, and I said, Allah, you must be trying to tell me I need to talk about grills with Matt Heermans.
Is that French? Allah?
No, it's not. No, I'm just being a wise guy. But, yeah, I mean, we haven't really talked about grills in a while. We are adding – I'm going to do a little Donald Trump here. I'm going to brag. Is that okay if I start bragging about how wonderful we are?
Absolutely. I'm ready to hear it.
We are just growing. We are getting stronger every day with the Y'all Show and Yall.com. And because we've got thousands of new viewers every day as we make Y'all great and making it greater than it ever has been – because of the fact we've got a lot of new eyes and ears, people may not be able to go back and easily find some of the conversation that we've had about grills. So my point of bringing all this up with you, barbecue barrister Matt Heermans, is the fact that when you go grill shopping, if you haven't done that quite yet, how important is it for you to take your time and maybe spend more money than you had planned on spending to get a very good quality grill? Is that true?
Well, yeah. There is no, yeah. You get what you pay for. I mean, this is a saying for a reason, right? Sometimes you got to spend a little bit more money to get something that's going to last you longer, or in the case of a grill, maybe something that's just going to work a little bit better. Mm-hmm. There are different kinds of grills, obviously, a charcoal grill and a gas grill. And, those are very, very, very different cooking devices to be sure. Charcoal grill, I mean, when you talk about spending money on a charcoal grill, I mean, there's really not a whole lot you can't go that high, put it that way. There are some very, very nice charcoal grills. Weber makes one. It's called the Charcoal Summit, which is an incredibly nice charcoal grill and smoker.
How much?
But it's something. You're talking between $1,000 and $1,500. But most charcoal grills are relatively. I mean, it's about as simple as you can get, right? You got burning charcoals. You have a grate. You put the meat above the charcoal on a grate, and that's how you do it, right? So it's relatively simple. Gas grill's a different story. You've got all kinds of different moving parts. You've got propane. You've got different types of bars that distribute the heat. You got different type of igniter. You've got different types of heat regulation, whether it's 3-burner, 2-burner, 4-burner, more. You have side burners. You've got smoker boxes that have their own little burner underneath. You've got a lot going on with gas grills. So you can spend a very little amount of money, or you can spend a lot of money on a gas grill. So I would say, yeah, you need to shop around. You need to look. Different quality levels for sure. If you want a grill that's going to last you a very, very long time, you're probably going to have to pay a little bit more money for it, particularly a gas grill. If you want something that'll just get the job done for a little bit, see how it goes, and maybe test your grilling ability, you don't have to spend a night. You may be able to get out of the store for $200-$300, but there is a wide range of options when it comes to gas grills. I mean, you're talking about cars, right? About everything from a smart car to a Mercedes or something like that. You have that type of option with gas grills, so it's worth the shop. It's worth the look. It's worth thinking about your budget, and honestly, how much are you going to use it? People. That's another big thing. So you may not need an $1,800 or $2,200 gas grill that's built like a tank. Mm-hmm. If you're going to use it once a month, to cook some chicken breast. You're going to get more mileage out of a less expensive grill. If you're getting somebody like me, if you're going to fire up, and not necessarily a gas grill, but a lot of people use a gas grill like an outdoor kitchen. I mean, if you're going to cook meat, if you're going to cook pizza, you can cook it on a gas grill. If you like to get outside a lot and you're using it more than once a week, you may want to pay up for something that is going to be able to withstand that type of wear and tear. So yeah, that's another big factor, I would say.
Very important information. Now, we're not being endorsed by the gas grills nor the charcoal grills, although we should be endorsed and compensated big time by those companies. So since we aren't, at least we're not right now, we're just being real. We're keeping it real here on Yall. And I have to ask you, Barbecue Barrister, if I had to guess, I would think that the gas grill has a shorter life than the charcoal grill. Is that a fair assumption?
Yeah. Not for any other reason other than, so there's nothing special about a charcoal grill that's going to make it wear out any quicker. I mean, you got charcoal at the bottom, which is kind of like, heat sitting on it, but you usually have a grate. The reason I would say you're right about that is because there's just a lot of moving parts on a gas grill, a ton, right? A charcoal grill is literally the simplest method of cooking known to humankind. You basically have hot coals that you light. When those coals get hot, you put a grate on it, you put your meat on the grate, you burn it. That's what happens. Okay. There's no lighter, there's no gas tubes, there's no tank, there's no regulator, there's no screw cap for the regulator, there's no spider guards for the gas. We go on and on and on about what the guts of a gas grill is. But a gas grill is very, very complicated compared to a charcoal grill, which is essentially a hole in the ground that a caveman would put something above. I love charcoal grilling, obviously, but gas grill, there's much more to break. Let's just put it that way. So, yes, there are a number of things that could go wrong with a gas grill that could cause you to not be able to use it. So, yeah, I mean, if you've got something to hold charcoal, it's a charcoal grill, and you can theoretically, use that thing forever with no reason to replace anything, right? But, yeah, so you're right.
Now, realistically, if you had to predict the amount of money, this is kind of like The Price is Right. I need to make your best guess here. What amount are we talking about to get an extremely good quality, long-lasting grill? The minimum amount you're probably going to have to spend for a charcoal grill and the minimum amount for a gas grill to have, again, a long-lasting and very effective grill.
I mean, a charcoal grill, there's different kettle type grills you can spend $100 on, $150.
But are they long lasting?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And for the charcoal, yeah, you can get a nice charcoal grill. Again, it's just a porcelain coated shell. For a gas grill, I mean, there are some grills out there where again, we don't have any connection to any of these grill companies, but there are grills you can look at. But we should, absolutely right. There are grills you can look at and say, oh, wow, this is, it's got a lot going on and, it looks kind of fancy. You're going to have to spend for a good gas grill, a good one. You're going to spend $800-900, maybe more than $1,000 on a good one. Put it that way.
I got you. That's why we have you here to answer these questions and more. Now, again, I said that I was inspired here to talk about grills today with you because I heard my fellow radio broadcaster, the great George B., talking about it on his radio program. And he said he had a Weber grill that he's had for 24 years, and he's never had to replace it. The only thing he had to replace was some kind of module that goes in it that helps put out a certain flavor. What was he talking about there?
Yeah, he's talking about the flavorizer bar, which is just it's just a V-shaped porcelain rod that goes over the flame tube to kind of distribute the heat evenly is what he's talking about. It just probably rotted out over the years, but that's not an uncommon story.
24 years for a Weber grill.
They're, especially the ones made, in the United States a few years back. Yeah, they can last a long time.
He said it, and I don't want to fight him on it. He said that it lasted him that long, and so kudos to him for an impressive feat there for such a long period of time. All right,
Absolutely.
so there you have it. We've kind of broken it down here with the fact that you can get a grill that can last you a very long time if you're lucky, and then you have that flavor bar that Matt Heermans said. Those are fairly inexpensive compared to buying a whole new grill.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Very, very cheap repair. If that's the only thing that's falling apart on that grill, that's a $20 fix, easy.
Oh, okay. Matt, anything else barbecue and grill wise that you might want to throw out there before we sign off with you?
I would just say, it's good to have both.
Oh, really?
That's what I would tell people. Good to have both. Good to have a gas grill and a charcoal cooker. We've talked about smokers and barbecue, which is a different category. We've talked about those as well. But if you're like talking about grilling, I'd just say, look, get you an inexpensive charcoal grill. It's not going to cost you a lot of money, and get you a gas grill, because you're gonna if you really like grilling, you're gonna want to do both. You're gonna want that charcoal flavor, and then you're gonna want the convenience of the gas grill. So why not both?
And I wasn't expecting to keep this conversation going, but I have to, because it's my job as a journalist to talk about things whenever they pop up. So what's the difference cooking-wise when Matt Heermans is ready to grill and he's got the big choice? He's got a path in the road, and he can go down this road or he can go down the road less traveled. Which road is it when you talk about gas versus charcoal? What's the difference?
Well, there's a big difference. A charcoal grill, you got to light the charcoal.
Yeah, I'm not talking about all. I'm talking about what food choices are we talking about?
Oh, yeah. So I would say there are some meats that just really want to be cooked over charcoal. Okay, steak, burgers, those type of meat. The fattier the meat, the more it really wants charcoal. A leaner kind of meat, maybe fish,
Okay.
or chicken, or some pork chop, even maybe, can work fine on a gas grill. But hamburgers, steaks, things that have a lot of fat to them, they really want that charcoal, because the fat drips down onto the coals, gives you a certain flavor from the charcoal that you're just never going to get from a gas grill. So I would say the general rule is the fattier the meat, the more it wants charcoal. The leaner the meat, you can get away with it.
There you have it. See, that's simple. I knew you had a real simple explanation of when you're picking out your meats, okay? Gas, charcoal, gas, charcoal, gas, charcoal. And now I know. Fatty equals charcoal.
Oh, yeah.
Things like fish, put it on the grill, on the electric, or not electric,
Absolutely, yeah.
on the you know
On
what
the
I'm saying.
gas.
Gas grill.
Yeah.
Or electric
Gas grill,
grill.
that rule. Hey, we both had our issues today, right?
Yeah, we did. Matt Heermans, thank you. You just do such a good job. I'm just so proud of you, Brownie.
I'm blushing.
Yeah. All right. Matt Heermans said thank you. Have a great week and good, happy grilling to you.
You too, John. Happy to do it. Can't wait till next week.
All right. And that will conclude our conversation with the barbecue barrister, Matt Heermans. Until we see y'all again, make sure you check us out at Yall.com and more. Y'all, the ultimate guide to the South. John Rawls signing off right here on Y'all.